It's Monday, June 15th. I'm Coach Reese at CrossFit VU. So we got a nice, good workout for you today, but let's go ahead and go over the warm-up. So we're going to do a couple of dynamic stretches. I'm going to show you and kind of go through a couple examples of that. And then followed by 2 rounds of 5 single-arm dumbbell strict press. All right. Then we have 10 single-arm dumbbell sumo deadlifts. And then we also have 5x5 dumbbell snatch and 5 burpee step ups, right? So that's going to get us nice and warmed up for this AMRAP here, right? So we got a 15-minute AMRAP. We're going to start off with 4 alternating dumbbell snatches, and then we're going to go into 2 burpee box jumps or step ups, right? So you get a choice. Now, every round we're going up or ascending by 2 reps from where we left off. So if we did 4 and 2, we are now doing 6 and 4, right? Next round, 8 and 6. Following round, 10 and 8, and so on and so forth, right? So you are increasing the reps every round. And then once we get done with that, we're going to go into a finisher with 3 sets, 45-second bicycles, and then a 45-second plank hold, right? And we're about to go over those movements here in just a second, all right? So just kind of hang tight for me. All right, so just to kind of get some of the arms lubricated and whatnot for the strict press, the snatches, and all that. You can use a broomstick, get a PVC pipe, that's great too. Just find you some kind of long stick or pipe to be able to do this movement. All we're going to do is kind of go over the head, starting out with a wide grip, and then maybe start inching your hands just a little bit closer. Trying to find that good sweet spot where you're getting a really good active stretch within those shoulders. We're going to do those a few times and maybe kind of going around the world. Alright, and alternating. Trying to keep those arms locked out as much as we can. And then we're going to go maybe do a couple arm circles, right? So it's going to take our arms, just kind of do a little bit of circles, and then going forward. We also have some big ones, right? Get those shoulders nice and primed and ready before we go into any shoulder work, right? So now we also have a little bit of hip action, right? We got some explosiveness, so we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to take my arm, place it right here, hands on my knees, right here on my shins. I'm going to start pulling up, kind of upwards and at an angle here. You can kind of play around with it. You can really feel that glute hip area, getting a nice good stretch. Just kind of hang tight for a moment there and then start switching to the other side, right? We can just kind of walk through that back and forth, right? And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit an alternating Samson stretch. So a nice good lunge, keeping myself nice and vertical. I'm driving my hip forward, but I'm not losing that whole verticality, right? I'm still standing up nice and tall, and if I need to, I can go ahead and get a nice good reach over, trying to get that psoas, real deep muscle here within there. And then we can go ahead, switch both sides, guys. So, followed by, right, let's go ahead and go into some of the 2 rounds, okay, of the warm-up. So we have 5 single-arm dumbbell straight press. So we are going to get the dumbbell here. We're going to go ahead and kind of put it into almost like a front rack position. So I'm going to just rest the head of the dumbbell right here on my shoulder. And I'm going to go ahead and squeeze my abdominals. I'm going to squeeze my butt. I'm going to press all the way up. Think biceps to ears, full lockout. Come back down, just like so, guys, right? And then we have 10 single arm dumbbell sumo deadlifts. So that's a little bit more of a wider stance here than we would normally do in a deadlift. And what I'm going to do is just kind of place this dumbbell here in the middle. I'm going to keep my chest up high. I'm going to go ahead and set my hips back. I'm going to go right straight down until the dumbbell touches the ground, and then driving through with my legs, squeezing my butt at the top, right? So go ahead, we can go touch and goes, just like so, guys. All right? And then we have the dumbbell snatch. So we're going to pick these up from the ground, all right? And we're going to set ourselves up, right? We're going to set the hips back, keep the chest kind of up nice and high, and I'm going to go ahead and drive through the legs. I'm going to pull, and I'm going to punch, right? Again, that bicep to ear combination, okay? And as I go back down, touch, punch, making sure that we're nice and stable at the top. So we got 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And then we have 5 burpee step ups, right? So we're going to find either a box, maybe a bench if we don't have a box, or maybe some kind of platform that you may have if you're doing this at the house. So what we're going to do is rotate hips and nips, right? We're going to touch the ground, okay? We're going to jump back up, or, right, if we need to, we can stagger step and then get ourselves ready for the jump, right? So, step up, make sure we're nice and tall, go back down, all over again, guys, okay? So, AMRAPs, right? So, we're going into the AMRAP. We're going to do the alternating dumbbell snatches. So, instead of what we did on the warm-up, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth, guys, right? So, a couple things you can do. We're going to pick them up from the ground, guys, and we're going to go ahead and punch at the top for more experienced athletes. If you want to catch it right in front of the face, do so and go right into the next movement. If we are uncomfortable doing that, and maybe we need to reset every time, that's completely fine, guys, right? So just picking it up, punch, and then just swapping like so, right? I would say for the weight for that, you know, more experienced athletes, 50, ladies, go maybe try maybe a 35. But I want to go ahead and say athlete's choice at this point. Pick something you're comfortable with doing that you can do multiple reps without too much rest, guys. And then we have 2 burpee box jumps or step ups, right? So we did step ups earlier than the warm up. So if we're doing burpee jumps, right? Make sure we stand it all the way up before coming back down again, guys, okay? So now we have a finisher for you right after the workout. So we got 45 seconds of bicycles. So what we would normally do is go ahead and just lay down, hands behind our head. All we're going to do is kind of touch the elbow to the knee, right? So I'm going to bring my knee up, and I'm going to go ahead and start bicycling back and forth, trying to get that elbow towards the knee or as best as we can, guys. I just want to make sure I keep a nice active core. I don't have any arch in my back, so I'm actively pushing my back into the mat the entire time, guys, okay? So we want to minimize the arch in the low back. And then we have the 45-second plank. So we have a whole bunch of variations, right? So we can start off straight arm plank, right? Or we can go to the forearms, right? If need be, we can modify it going from the knees, okay? Just make sure that we have nice, good, tight core. I'm not sinking down at the hips, and we make sure we're trying to keep ourselves as even as possible, right? And then we have 3 sets of those, guys. So have fun with it. It's a good workout.